Hey there, Modern World History students. This is Sanchez. Wanted to give you a quick overview. Lots of you are having questions in terms of where to put things and how to navigate haiku. And again, checking your calendars, we have tomorrow in class, we have Friday, you have 2 days over the weekend, and then Monday morning we have showtime. So if you look on the screen right now, you can see that I have the haiku page. Which is logged in, and I clicked on the tab that says Unit 2B, French Revolution Newscast. Now just a couple quick reminders, pretty much everything you need in terms of accessing information, templates, for example, the script templates right here. I've also pasted the Dropbox, so you have the research notes when you have your script, and also the article. So everything's really on this page. And then don't forget to, I know some of you maybe haven't scrolled down, but I also give you sample newscasts. And for those of you really getting stuck in terms of, well, Ms. Sanchez, I don't understand what you mean by making it into a news article. I would definitely suggest you check out these 2 videos. I'm not going to play them for you right now, but they're about 5 minutes, and it gives you a very clear breakdown on how to make sure you're not just writing paragraphs of facts, blah, 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 the French Revolution started in 1789, blah, 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 they wore ruffles and lace, blah, 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 they chopped off heads, but again, to try to make it into a news article format. And then finally, I am going to show you the wiki page, but if you're the comparative correspondent, you can also see down here, I have also included a video to show you how to use wiki projects to make sure you're making sure that everybody's article is posted, any Google slide presentations, backgrounds, photos, music, everything's good to go and locked for the presentations on Monday. Now don't forget, I provided you a template into the directions of how to break down a news article, but here's another twist on it. Again, if you're still necessarily kind of struggling how to turn it into news article format. So we've already obviously gone through step 1, step 2. We've done research, you've collected information, you've already turned those into your news article notes, and in this case, you're ready to write. So don't forget, double check and make sure that you have a lead. You have a hook that's going to grab the reader's attention, with an opening sentence. Then in your first paragraph, if you already submitted, double check and make sure you have all those W's. So remember, I mentioned in class, for a news article, it's not like you're going to keep listening or keep reading if you're not necessarily hooked in that first paragraph. So you want to tell them who you're talking about. You're talking about France, you're talking about the people, you're talking about the third estate, you're talking about the king and queen. What? We're talking about revolution. When? 1789. Where? Paris, France. Why? People are upset. They want to take a stand against inequality. So make sure you make that crystal clear in the first paragraph. And then your second and third paragraph, it says right there, it says now you give the details. So think of, again, how to create a creative title. Think of how you're going to edit and revise your article. For most of you have already submitted your articles in the Dropbox, but remember, creative directors and also comparative correspondents, you're in charge of make sure those final drafts are included on the wiki page for me to grade next week. Here's another little graphic I thought was interesting, maybe for the visual learners out there. So it's called the inverted pyramid. So again, I told you at the top, the main points start off the show, additional information towards the middle paragraph, and kind of the closing, less important details, kind of final thoughts in the final paragraph. So remember, 3 paragraphs total. High school paragraph, we're talking at least 5 to 8 sentences per paragraph. So make sure, I noticed a few of the articles were a little short. If you're writing 2 or 3 sentences, that's not going to fly for the article. Also, if you're cutting and pasting off the internet, or again looking straight at wikipedia.com, I can Google that, I can run that in and turn it in on .com. You want to make sure you're using academic honesty so your grade doesn't drop from that piece. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the haiku page. So again, if you go back to Unit 2, French Revolution Newscast, you go up here to Activities and you go to Assignments. So remember, if you're looking to turn something in, you always want to check the assignments category. So here are the few assignments we've turned in so far: fact versus opinion, enlightenment DBQ. We have our notes right here. Your script has a Dropbox, and then finally your newscast article. Excuse me. So if you click on newscast article, you're going to go ahead and I'll go to Dropbox. And then once I go to Dropbox, it's going to have everybody's name listed. Now for yours, it will have a little tab that says upload, and that's where you want to locate your Google Drive file and upload your news article to the Dropbox. Alright, now once you go ahead and post your articles to the assignments, then of course you're going to upload them to the wiki. So in this case, this is a sample from last year. So Madame la Guillotine, the Jewel of the Terror, Paris, breaking news, a new mechanism of execution was just introduced. So again, this article is talking about the guillotine. On the left-hand side, you can see that there's multiple pictures. There's a few video clips. So this is where you necessarily get to think about how you're going to create your wiki page that is going to show that you've organized the articles, and you've also anything you want to show us in class needs to be posted on the wiki page. Now the way you do that, of course, is you add content block, and this gives your options in terms of what you want to add. If you want to add something directly, again, text on the page if you want to type on a content block. If you're looking to upload the file from Google Drive, you click right here. If there's any YouTube files, so there's a particular video or you've actually recorded a video and you want to place it up there, you click YouTube. Or again, any links you want to reference or any images. So everything and anything can be accessed when you just add content block to make sure you have your materials on the wiki site. Excuse me. Now this is where I'm going to grade your work. So be sure that your comparative correspondent has loaded all 4 articles and anything and everything you would like me to grade / you would like to use during the presentation. And I'm talking to you creative directors especially. If there's pictures or images of the fashion or the art or the architecture, you want to make sure it's uploaded to the wiki page, because in class during presentations, I'm just going to put the wiki page up, boom, and everything's there. We're not going to have time to log on to your Google account. So again, check with your teams and make sure everything you need to access is on that wiki page. Alright, finally, don't forget to look over the directions as you guys wrap up your research. Reminder, your goal time for your script or your presentation total is 5 to 7 minutes, which roughly gives everybody about 2 minutes or so to deliver their news and their information. I did update the directions to remind you that the presentations will now be on Monday or Tuesday. And then again, finally, look over making sure you're addressing driving question. And finally, of course, I want to show you yet again the fact that this is worth quite a bit of points. So you definitely want to make sure that, again, the wiki page, the team norms, the wiki articles, the research notes, of course, the presentation total is going to be 100 points. So this is the part where you together as a team, honoring your norms, stepping up, making sure the rehearsal flows nicely, to really take care of business and get this for your final progress report grades, folks. Can't believe it. Progress reports open Friday the 4th and they close November 10th. So that gives you time to make sure you do your very best and last project before we close out for progress reports. Alright, so this is just a brief tutorial, hopefully giving you the overview and maybe showing you a little bit more information to make sure your project comes together nice and clean. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or text me. Or of course, come after school tomorrow. I'll be there in my office hours till 4 o'clock. But the show will go on Monday and Tuesday. Alright, have a beautiful afternoon, Modern World History students.